So we'll continue with the precision rectifier. Today we are going to learn about two output precision rectifier. In the last circuits which we have discussed, there we were getting only a single output, that is by whether halfway the positive half cycle or the negative half cycle. But if you want to get both the cycles, then we can use the same circuit two times. So by instead of using a single diode, we can use two diodes at the output side, and we can get the output for both half cycle, both half cycle, that is positive half cycle and negative half cycle. Later on, we'll discuss about precision full wave rectifiers, where we'll be discussing about how to get the output for the full signal. So now, in this topic, we are going to discuss about so this is the circuit which we are having. So here, the input is being given to the inverting terminal of the op amp, and you can see that at this particular node, we are having the feedback which is connected through a diode D1. The output with the feedback is being connected with the diode D1, and one more connection is being given with D2, which is in opposite direction. And one output is taken across this node, and other output is taken across this node. Because of by using the forward and reverse biasing capabilities of the diode, we are able to get the complete output output instead of getting half wave. Here in this case, by using two diodes, we are going to get the complete output. For this, we use the capabilities of the diode under reverse bias condition and forward bias condition. Let us see what happens now. During positive half cycle, so this is the positive half cycle which we are giving. So if I give this positive half cycle here, this will be positive. So now this will be connected with positive. Now this will be connected with positive. So when you are going to connect the positive signal here, okay, this is positive and this is positive. Since you are giving positive signal to the inverting op amp, inverting terminal of the op amp, the output will be obviously the inverted form, right? Output will be inverted form. Just for our understanding, we mark it as negative. Input is positive, output will become negative since we are passing it through the inverting terminal. Now, this will also have negative signal, this will also have negative signal. Now, just look in what will happen to this diode and what will happen to this diode. We are giving positive to the cathode of the diode here and negative to the anode of the diode here. Here we are giving negative to the cathode and positive to the anode of the diode. Now tell me whether D1 is going to forward bias or D2 is going to forward bias. It is the basic PN junction principle which works out here. Which is going to forward bias? I have
So is
marked,
it D2?
yes. Which is going to get forward biased? At this potential, obviously you have negative. So negative is given to the positive, negative is given to the negative terminal. What will happen now? to the diodes. Nobody knows. When positive is given to the anode, negative is given to the cathode. When negative is given to the anode, positive is given to the cathode. What will happen to the diodes?
So one will act as an open switch, other will act as a closed switch.
Yeah, which one?
D2 is forward bias, D1 is reverse bias.
Yes, T2
Yes, sir.
will get forward bias. This will get forward bias. So, as you know that when it is forward bias, it will act like a short circuit. Okay. Now, since it is connected in a reverse bias condition, positive is given to see that is what we tell no for diode. When you are giving like this, what we call this kind of biasing as? Hmm? What do you call this kind of biasing as? The negative is given to the positive. Voltage divider. What you call this kind of biasing? This is the first topic of semiconductor diodes and application. Basic. What kind of
So
biasing?
D2 is reverse biased and D1 is forward biased. Sir.
I am asking about this one. This circuit.
Reverse bias, sir.
This
Reverse bias,
is
sir.
reverse bias condition.
Yes, sir.
This is reverse bias condition. If you are going to have diode positive and negative like this, it is forward bias condition. Always positive to the positive of the diode, negative to the negative of the diode is forward bias. When you are going to give the reverse terminals, then it is going to be in reverse bias condition. So please remember, these are all the basic things, and I want you to respond to the class. Now, once this is forward biased, so it is going to act like a short circuit. This is going to act like an open circuit. So here, since it is reverse biased, it is going to act like an open circuit. Now, since as I told, it is going to act like short circuit, whatever the signal you are getting at this particular point, that signal has to flow. There are two paths. One is to flow like this, and another one is to flow like this. Flowing like this is not possible because it is open circuited. Obviously, it is going to offer infinite resistance or maximum resistance. But here, since it is short circuit, the current, the signal is going to flow, and finally, we are going to obtain this negative half cycle. Since it is, even though it is positive half cycle we have given, since it is inverted, we are going to get negative cycle. Now, same way, we are going to give this portion, negative half cycle. When you are going to give the negative half cycle to the negative, so obviously this terminal will be having negative potential. So the same thing is passed over here, negative. The same thing will be passed over here, negative. Negative is given to the negative terminal of the op amp. So the output becomes positive. So it becomes inverted. So we are getting positive signal at the output. So at this node, we get positive. So obviously, this will also have positive, this will also have positive. Now tell me what will happen to D1 and what will happen to T2.
D1
D
is
is forward
forward
bias.
bias and D2 is reverse bias.
Yes, sir.
Since negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the diode, that is cathode terminal, and positive is connected to the positive terminal of the diode, this will get forward biased and it is going to act like a short circuit. Since we are connecting positive terminal, positive voltage to the negative and negative voltage to the positive, this will get reverse biased. So it is going to act like an open circuit, and we know that ideally it is going to offer infinite resistance. Practically, it is going to offer mega ohms in terms of mega ohm. So obviously, the current will not choose this path to flow. Now this signal, which is here, it has to come out. So when it is going to come out, there are two options. One is to flow like this and flow like this. So flowing through day 2 is not possible since it is open circuited. Obviously, it is going to choose this path, because of which we are going to get the output and we get the output here. So even though you are giving negative half cycle, because of the inverting terminal of the op amp, we are going to get positive half cycle. So this same thing we can give it to a summing circuit and we can add up. So finally we are going to get both cycles, positive cycle and negative cycle. You can see this is the input signal. In first, because of the output terminal A or at the terminal A will not have the first half cycle, only second half cycle will have. At output terminal B will have first half cycle, will not have second half cycle. So this is how it is going to work. For this, we can write the equation. See, when this is, it is simple to analyze. See, when this is reverse biased, during that time, this entire portion will become redundant. Okay, so now just look into the circuit how it will be. So forget about this portion because this is open circuited. How this circuit looks. This is short circuited. How it looks.
Feedback amplifier, sir.
Inverting amplifier, sir.
Yes, inverting amplifier. So from that we can write Vi is equal to, we are having the formula. During this case, we are giving what kind of signal? When this is diode D1 is forward bias, what kind of signal is being given? Negative or positive? When D1 is forward biased, which kind of signal we will be giving here?
Negative, sir.
Negative, sir.
Right? So minus Vi into R2 by R1. From here you got this minus.
The
This
output
minus.
will be inverted, no, sir. So that's why we get that minus.
Yeah. So by the derivation only we have got this negative. This minus Vi indicate that input is negative half cycle. Okay. This minus with respect to Vi indicates input is the input whatever we are giving is negative half cycle. That's what is minus Vi. Coming to same way, minus is as usual. Since you are using inverting op amp and you are giving input to the inverting terminal, negative sign will be there. After that, plus Vi, because for this for output across V2, we are going to get we are going to consider positive input signal. So that's why we will be getting R2 by R1. So this is the equation we are going to have. Sorry, for this we have different this resistance we need to consider. R4 by R1. That will be the resistance value which we are going to consider. Since we are having R4 here, we are going to consider R4. So that is about the two output precision rectifier. So after this, the next one we are having is Christian full wave rectifiers. Have, yeah. Next is Christian full wave rectifiers. And this Christian full wave rectifiers also, they are having two types of circuits. In that, first we'll discuss about half wave rectifier and summing circuit. So by using the summing circuit, we can get a complete signal. That is, both the half cycles we can get as output. That is the meaning here. Anyone remembers this circuit? Where we had studied this circuit. Similar kind of circuit. Nobody remembers.
Non-saturating half wave.
Yes. It is non-saturating half wave rectifier circuit. But diode we are connected in a reverse way. That's it. So it is a non-saturating. This portion is non-saturating half wave rectifier. See, if you study like this, you will write the circuit perfectly. It is just the whatever the upper end circuits, the upper applications, the complex applications we are having. No? It's a hybrid model of the existing simple circuits. Say, in this case, you know this is a summing circuit, which you have already studied. This is the basic thing. And we discussed in non-inverting while studying inverting adder, all those things. And this is non-saturating half wave rectifier. If you combine them, you'll get this circuit. There is no need of remembering the things and all. Okay. Now let us see how it is going to work. So in the Christian rectifiers, we expect the output should be complete. That is, we need to get the output for both the half cycles. So we go for Christian full wave rectifier, where we are going to use half wave rectifier and a summing circuit. And let us see what happens here. See now, at this particular point, we are going to give the input. This is the input which we are giving. And the same input is going to be at terminal A. So at terminal A, we will be having the same input. Sinusoidal signal, it is going to entirely flow through this portion, and it is going to act as one of the input to this summing circuit. And can anyone tell me what kind of summing circuit it is? It is an inverting summer or non-inverting summer?
Inverting summers.
Yes, it's an inverting summer because it is been connected because it has been connected to the inverting terminal. Two inputs are being connected to the inverting terminal. So one part is over. One input we are given. So we need to think about the other input which is given to the terminal B. Let us see how we are going to get. When you give a sinusoidal signal here, during that time, let us first analyze, let us first take positive half cycle. So when this is positive, automatically what happens? The output becomes negative, that is inverted. I'm just taking the positive signal first. So we are going to get the inverted signal. When you are going to get the inverted signal here, that indicates we are having a negative signal here. Okay. Now, at the same time, here we are having positive signal, and here, because of this the terminal is signal which is coming out here, and also because of R2 which is coming out here, we will be having a positive signal. See, here we are having a resistance R2 which is connected at this terminal B. Because of that, because of this line, we will be having a positive signal. Will be having a positive signal. Now tell me what will happen. This is positive, this is negative, negative, positive. What happens to the diodes? Let us call this as D1. What will happen to D1 and what will happen to D2?
So D1 is reverse bias and D2 is forward bias.
Yes. Because of
Yes,
this
sir.
connection, D1 is reverse biased because positive is given to the negative and negative is given to the positive terminal of the diode. This is reverse bias. So forget about this part now. It is not going to work. Since because of this connection, we will be having a positive signal here. And because of this connection, we will be having a negative signal here. As positive is connected to the positive terminal, negative is connected to the negative terminal, this will get short circuited. This will get short circuited, and we are going to get the negative signal. We are going to get the negative signal in the positive half cycle. But what will be the okay? Now, just tell me when this is the thing. I'm just concentrating on this portion. Okay. Now, when this is reverse biased, this is reverse biased. How this will work? And this is short circuited. Remember, this is short circuited. This is open circuited. Now, look into the circuit and tell me how it will behave. As I mean to ask, which type of op-amp application is relevant to this?
Inverting op amps.
Inverting op-amp, right?
Because the feedback is given to the inverting terminal.
Good. It is acting like inverting op-amp. What is the formula for the inverting op-amp? V naught is equal to minus. This is RF. This is RI. So minus RF by
VI by R.
1 into VI. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now so now from this But if you are going to choose R2 as higher value compared to R1, during that time, we will be getting some particular gain as the output. Now, here we are getting positive signal, and here we are getting the negative signal, and we have choose a resistance in such a way that the output is going to be the amplified version at terminal B. Whatever we are getting, it is the amplified version of the input. That's why we are getting -2 Vi. Okay, we need to get Vi only, but we have chosen R2 and R1 in such a way that I might have chosen this as 20 kilo ohm and RF as 20 kilo ohm and R1 as 10 kilo ohm. So when I choose like this, I'll be getting output as 2 times Vi. Okay. Now we are getting -2 Vi at this particular terminal, and this will be fed at the inverting terminal. Now the question is, why we are going to choose like that RF, R2 and R1? Can anyone guess it? You have studied signals and systems, problems and all, summing of the signal, adding signal, multiplying the signal, all these things you have studied already. Why I'm taking 2 Vi? I would have just taken R2 and R1 as same. Why I'm doing it like this? This thing I didn't do in non-saturating half wave rectifier, but here I'm doing it. Analyze the waveforms you'll get. Okay. So here, already through this terminal, we are getting a complete sinusoidal signal. Okay. At this moment, let us consider only the positive half cycle, because we are first concentrating on half cycles. The positive half cycle we are getting. At the same time, you are going to get this one. See, if you get negative half cycle like this, what will happen? Positive and negative signals, and we are trying to add them. When you are trying to add plus Vi and the minus Vi, what will happen?
It'll cancel out each other, so.
They will cancel out each other. That's why what we are going to do is we are going to give at the terminal B, we are going to give the amplified version. That means if one portion, that is one Vi is going to get subtracted from this also, we will be left out with other Vi. That is the thing that we are going to observe here. If one portion of Vi is going to cancel out also, we will be having one more Vi, because it is Vi and Vi plus Vi, because it is 2 Vi. So finally, we will be getting the inverted portion, because we are again giving it to the inverting terminal. So even though we get a negative half cycle after subtracting, it gets inverted and we are going to get a positive half cycle. Now let us see the negative half cycle portion. Here we are getting negative half cycle, but at the same time, when you give a negative half cycle here, this is negative. Because of this, this is negative. This is negative. The negative half cycle is given. This will be positive. This will be positive. Now tell me what happens to D1 and D2. here negative input is negative half cycle, that's why I marked it as negative. Since it is passing through the inverting, it output becomes positive. So I'm showing positive half cycle, this will be positive. And here this negative signal will be flowing here. So we are having negative here. So now what happens to the diodes?
So D1 is forward biased and D2 is reverse biased.
Yes, very good. This is for a reverse bias and this is forward biased. So this is going to act like a short circuit. When this is open circuited, during that time, no signal will flow from the op amp to terminal B. So that's why we are not having any signal here. We are marking it as zero reference line. But here, since it is connected directly, even though there is no signal from B, there is signal from A. So that signal will appear here as inverted form, because when it is comes at the inverting portion, it is just like inverted signal plus 0. So finally, you'll be having this inverted signal which is given here, and that gets again inverted. That is negative half cycle gets into positive half cycle, and that will be appearing across the output. This is how half wave rectifier and the summing circuit is going to work. This can be illustrated by the equations which we are going to use. If you have any doubt in any part of the circuit, please ask me. So V naught can be given by two things. So initially we'll write it as R6 minus of R6 by R4 into VA plus minus R6 by R5 into VB. Since R4 and R5 is considered to be same, we can take minus R6 by R4, since these two are same, and VA plus VB we are going to take. And now here R6 by R4 into VI minus 2VI we are getting. So at this point we are getting minus 2VI, and at this point we are getting VI. So finally we will obtain the signal as the R6 by R4 into VI. So that is why we are getting the output like this across here. In the same way, for the other cycle, we can have V naught is equal to minus R6 by R4 into minus Vi, because during negative half cycle, the signal which is given is minus Vi. So minus Vi, and at the same time, the signal what we are giving here is 0. So plus 0, we get R6 by R4 into Vi. So that's why both positive half cycles we are going to get. So this is about the Christian full wave rectifier, in that half wave rectifier and summing circuit. At any point of the circuit, if you have doubt, you can ask me. If you want me to repeat any portion, you can ask me. Okay, after this, we are having one more topic that we can do it in the next class. So that is going to complete the rectifier portion. And next we'll be studying about the filters, different types of filters, anti-passive filters, that is low pass, high pass, band pass, band rejection, all those things we are going to study. That we can